Jai Masters. Sometimes I think spirituality gets a bad rap. It's so misunderstood. A million different ways. First, this word renunciation really doesn't belong in the spiritual category. What renunciation represents, at least the traditional methodology, is there are things that I think will make me happy, but I'm not going to do them. I'm going to renounce them. Not me. That just doesn't make any sense to me at all. You have to start by asking, what am I trying to achieve? What do I want? What do I see as the meaning of what I'm trying to get from my life? You start big, instead of on these little things. Don't do this, don't do that. And what you're going to find out, ultimately, whether you're honest or enough, I don't care what your philosophies or concepts or views, is you want to be happy. You want to be happy. You want to feel enthusiasm. You want to feel joy. You want to feel inspiration. Don't you? In truth, that's why you do every single thing in your life. That's why you get married. That's why you have children. Why you earn money. Why you go to vacations. Every single thing. You're trying to be happy. You want to be happy. So if renunciation is about not being happy, I don't understand. How can that be spiritual? But don't jump anywhere too quick, because you'll see it's not the way you think I'm saying it. So if you want to be happy, you have to look and see, how does one be happy? And what ends up happening, if you are spiritually oriented, is you separate your life into your worldly life and your spiritual life. And in your worldly life, you're trying to be happy. In your spiritual life, you're trying to be happy. Nobody wants to have a spiritual life and they get miserable. Nobody wants to have a worldly life and they're miserable. You all do, but you don't want to. So I don't understand. It just doesn't make sense why you're bifurcating these things. So what it comes down to is asking the honest question, what does it mean to be happy? It's not a warm puppy. It's not a new car. Why? You've all gotten cars, you've all gotten puppies, you've all gotten all kinds of things. Tell me you're ecstatically happy all the time. How long, if you get what you want, how long does the happiness last? You immediately want something else. Do you understand that? Do you understand that? So you have to honestly ask, what does it mean to be happy? Yoga says it beautifully. Happiness is not a warm puppy. Happiness is an upward rush of energy pouring up inside of you, so beautiful that you can't even see straight. That's what it means to be happy, isn't it? That's happy. Now the question becomes, that's not what's going on, so how do I get happy? But I'm replacing the word with Shakti. That's what yogis call this rush of energy inside that comes up inside and feeds you from within, filled with love, filled with joy, filled with inspiration. Just beautiful, beautiful, ecstatic flow of energy. Can we call it that? So we'll call it Shakti. Right? So happiness means Shakti's flowing. How are you going to do that? For some reason, we're very short-sighted. What happens is, we've had an experience in our life in the past that made us, quote, happy. That felt good, that good energy came up inside of us. We want that to happen again. And that's all you know about happiness, is the few times that you've experienced it at different levels, and very few at a really, really high level where you can't even see straight. You haven't had many of those, but you've maybe had one or two. I like that. Okay? So all you know, all your mind knows, all your heart knows, is that that's how to do it. That's where it came from. That's why you want what you want. Because you saw a movie, you read a book, you talked to somebody, you had an experience yourself. There's some past knowledge that got inside of you that said, this will make me happy. And usually it's because you had some sort of experience. I was in 5th grade. Oh my God, the relationship was so beautiful. We never had an argument. Before we had an argument, our parents moved away, and I just had in my heart, this is what it means. I can find somebody like that. Do you understand that? If you go to your little dating sites, I don't really pick on them much, all right? But if you go to your dating sites and they give you a questionnaire, what is it asking you? Should he be tall? Should she have long hair? Do you like a redhead or a blonde? Should they be this tradition of this religion? How do they feel about this? Right? What are you doing when you check off every one of those things? You're saying, what are my past experiences? Take a breath. What are my past experiences with redheads? What are my past experiences with blondes? What are my past experiences with older people, with younger people, with tall people, with short people, with rich people, with poor people? What are my past experiences? What else would you draw upon when you fill that stuff out? You feel it because you've had past experiences. And you have some scars, these impressions left inside of you that say, if this gets hit, if this touches this, blondes, oh my God, blondes, which is it? Neither, nothing. It's just your past experiences, which I've told you before, are nothing. If you want to have an honest talk, you understand your past experience. Look at me. I know you don't like this. Your past experiences are nothing. They mean nothing. They are nothing. They represent nothing. Whoa. Why do I say they're nothing? Because every moment you're having an experience, how many are you missing? I don't want to know experiences you are having. Tell me which ones you didn't have. It takes you a minute to tell me which one you had. It would take you your entire life to tell me the ones you didn't have at that moment. All the other experiences are going on all over the world, and you're not having them, are you? But you're having one. That's called statistically insignificant. It's a meaningless experience because you missed everything else. But you are basing and foundationing your entire life on that experience. Instead of being wise enough to realize, I don't know anything. I just know that blonde turned me on, that redhead turned me off. There are lots of other blondes and lots of other redheads, right? You have a way that you've had impressions laid on top of you. Now, when things happen that the past was positive, you feel attracted to that. And when the past experience was not pleasant, then you're repelled by that. But your experiences are nothing. You don't know anything. You just know the tiny little nothing that you experienced. So what's happening is you're coming into this world saying, I want to be happy, based on these past experiences you had. And you don't understand, you can't be happy that way. You can't possibly. For one thing, they will never happen again. I'm being tough with you today. The first kiss will never happen again. There's something about the newness of something you didn't expect, the unexpected experience. You saw a sunset. Here, turn the corner and see this beautiful sunset. It's so beautiful, it blows you away. It's one of those peak experiences, okay? Now go and try to buy the house on the corner so you can sit on the porch and look at that sunset. It will not take you, 3 days before you're so bored you wouldn't even sit there anymore. We're having an honest talk. Notice, I'm not talking about renouncing what you want. I'm questioning why you want it. I'm going deeper than that. Because what you want is just based on these impressions that you had that made you feel good before. And now you try to make them happen again. They're not going to happen again. Nothing ever happens again. It's a motion picture, not a still shot. It just keeps moving through. No moments are ever repeated. Nothing ever comes back again. I tell you guys, it's like the moment you're experiencing, listen to me, you know how special that moment is? No one has ever experienced it. Right now you're looking in a certain angle, seeing light a certain way. No one's ever seen it. No one will ever see it again. Every moment only lasts for a nanosecond. Then it's gone, and you're the only one looking exactly at that moment in that way. And then you're going to walk out and see a different one and a different one. No one sees what you see. No one's ever seen what you see. No one will ever see what you see. You understand how important that is? So you're having this moment, and you're developing your whole sense of like and dislike, of preferences, hopes and dreams and concepts and views. See, you all call those spiritual words. Hopes and dreams and concepts and views and beliefs. I'm sorry. They're just things that you picked up along the way, and you missed everything else. If you had had a different experience in front of you, I guarantee you it'd feel different about redheads and blondes, and about tall men and short men. You have no information but this meaningless stuff that you picked up at the moment that you were experiencing. And so now you're sitting there saying, that's what's going to make me happy. Well, I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for people who think they have to get what they want in order to be happy. Because what you want will never happen again. There's a real newness, the surprise of, am I right or wrong about the sunset? Am I right or wrong about the first kiss? Don't look next to you. Okay, so that's what you call what I want. And now the spirituality is, okay, this is what I want, but I'm not going to do it. It's all backwards. You have to start by questioning, why did I limit my happiness to what I want? I'm going to turn it all around on you. You think your happiness is based on getting what you want. I think you've limited your happiness to getting what you want. Go paint the picture on the dating site of the most perfect person. Good luck, because you just left everybody else out. Do you understand that? Please, no one will talk to you like this. They'll try to help you get your date. Is it not true? You left everybody else out. Every single time you check a mark, you left out a whole lot of people. And now you're down to saying from the past, if I could make it happen again and mush it all together into these kind of a person, or this kind of a house, or this kind of a vacation, or this kind of a job, I'm spreading it out to everything. You understand that? You do it with everything. It has to match what turns you on. And by the way, you think it's neat that things turn you on. I think it's sad that everything doesn't turn you on. Who wins? The person that every single thing turns them on. They're just so stupid that a bird flies. Oh my God, look at him. All right? That the sun comes out. Oh, look. The sun goes away. Oh, look. We call them idiots. How can you be happy all the time? What's wrong with you? No, you have to get what you want to be happy, don't you? I'm yelling at you. That, aren't I? But how stupid is that? That you limit your happiness. You said you liked happiness. If you like happiness, why are you limiting it? Take a breath. No one will talk to you like this. Getting what you want is the most overrated thing in the world. Why? Because you've limited your happiness to getting what you want. You do not want to do that. Well, but that's what makes me happy. It makes you happy because you've had some past experiences. They left an impression on you. Now you want them to happen again, or some flavor of them happen again. Or you don't want it to happen again. Either way, you've got this stuff. Now your whole life is founded on that. And you call that's your worldly life. I need to go out there and fight for what I want and argue and not be a doormat and just make it happen. Make what I want happen. And make sure what I don't want doesn't happen. Who can relate to that? Make what I want happen and make sure what I don't want doesn't happen. That's your entire life, isn't it? That's what you have defined your life as. And then your spiritual life is, ready? I'm simplifying things. That's your worldly life. I don't care what your job is, your marriage, it doesn't matter. It's all the same. Get what I want, avoid what I don't want. I'm struggling. I'm scared that what I don't want is going to happen. I'm scared that what I want is not going to happen. And if I get what I want to happen, I cling. And if I'm afraid I'm going to lose it, come on, be honest. That's all that can come from that, isn't it? Jealousy, fear, insecurity, need, right? Because you're not okay, and you're trying to do that. So your worldly life is out there trying to get what you want, avoid what you don't want. And your spiritual life, if you have one, you wake up and say, that's not working. I better meditate. So there you go. Totally separate worlds. Totally separate worlds. This one, I got to get what I want. That's what I'm doing. That's the purpose of my life. Got to do that. But I've noticed that I'm getting uptight. It's not working. So I'll take some time aside to breathe. They teach you to breathe in yoga, don't they? Why? Because you're not breathing out there. You're fighting and struggling to get what you want. So there's this time. And they're just totally different worlds. And neither one works. Neither one works. The only thing that works is when you have one life, you're unified, integrated, and you're not struggling anymore, and you're happy. Can that happen out there and in there? Your outer world and your inner world should be exactly the same. No difference. A sense of complete contentment. I'm daring you. Complete joy. Win all the time. Complete contentment, complete joy, complete love, complete happiness when you're out at your job, when you're with your family, when you're not with your family, when you're vacationing, when you're staying home, whatever it is, it's like that. And what happens with your spiritual life? You're already in it. It's all the same. Meditations are spontaneous. Just sit down and take a bite of food that blows you away. Yeah, you're meditating. Sit down and watch a TV show that engages your mind to where nothing's going on except this joy and you're meditating. It's all meditation. It's all life. They're all the same. You're a liberated being. You're free. You're free to enjoy every moment of your life. You're free to live every moment of your life. There's no separating, judging, nothing. It's just, wow, who wants to be there? Okay. Then that's a very intelligent thing to want with your life. What do you want with your life? I want to live life. Every second of it. But that doesn't mean you have to jump out of an airplane or have a bucket list. Those are embarrassing things. No, seriously. What is a bucket list? Ready? I'm going to define a bucket list. That which I haven't done yet, which I think will turn me on. How many things on your bucket list did you already do? None. This is what I want to do before I die. I haven't done it yet. Oh my God. I feel such compassion for you. How about your bucket list is, ready? This is what I want, whatever it is. I want it more than anything in the whole world. What do you want to happen next? Whatever happens next. It's so exciting. It's so challenging. It's so, oh my God, I can't even wait. I'll have to wait, otherwise I can get anxious. And by the way, the reason I can wait is I'm enjoying so much what's happening now that the next one can come and it's just, oh my God. That's how I want you to be. Stop short-selling yourself with this concept of you have these past experiences. They made you happy, made you sad. Now you better make sure they happen again or don't happen again. I can define anybody's entire life that way. Here's what I want and what I don't want. How'd you get them? Based on my past experiences. Have fun. Right? Your past experiences are meaningless. They have nothing to do with anything, and they ain't happening again. So how does one work with this? Can you get there? Yes, you can get there. Can you get there? Yes, you can get there. But you don't understand. I've done terrible things. I couldn't care less. It has nothing to do with what you've ever done. Don't you dare talk about karma or any of that kind of stuff. You're a free being, and when you get your act together, there. Otherwise, you redid your third grade math. Now you have a postdoctorate in advanced mathematics. You better be embarrassed that you failed your third grade math. It's your karma. No. You are where you are. The rest falls off. The rest was a learning experience. The rest is a learning experience. You did things and so on. Why? Because you were lost. You were lost. How about every moment of your life you were doing the best that you can to get what you want and avoid what you don't want? Every moment. Ever since a kid. Right or wrong. You just didn't understand this whole process, that it doesn't work. And so you did stupid things. You lied. You hurt people. You left people that you shouldn't have. And now you look back and I wish I didn't. Oh my God, you have this whole mess going on in there. But what you were trying to do was be happy. Okay? Everyone's doing the same thing. The problem is they're basing it based upon these past experiences. When you're serious and you grow, you don't do that. What do? You sit there and say, now we'll get down to how we do this. When you feel happy, where do you feel it? Outside? Of course not. You feel it inside. Have an intimate love experience. Your eyes open, talking. No, you're pulled inside. Because the beauty is flowing inside of you. A hug will do it. Look at somebody you love. Just all this love and joy. And even think about something that you want. It happens inside. Joy is inside. Love is inside. Passion's inside. Inspiration's inside. You think you need to have something happen outside for you to feel something inside. That's so weird. Now think about it for a minute, don't you? Don't you believe the outside has to be a certain way for you to feel that's the way inside? It's not true. You have the right to feel whatever you want inside. Why? There's nobody else in there. It's not a competition. I don't have to compete. In there, it's just, there you are. Want to feel love? Feel love. Want to feel joy? Feel joy. You'll understand by the time I'm done. But I'm challenging you. Who else is in there but you? Nobody. Well, there's all these bad experiences I had. Are they still happening? No. Well, why are they still in there? Because I hold them in there. I held them in there. The only one in there doing anything is you. If you had the most traumatic experience anybody could ever have when you were young, now you're 30 years later, that experience is not going on anymore. It's not going on anymore. It happened 30 years ago. Why is it still inside of you? It's not reality. There's nothing making it be inside of you except you. You're holding it inside. You couldn't handle it when it happened. That's you. I couldn't handle it when it happened, so I suppressed it. I pushed it away. What does that mean? I held it inside. What does suppression mean? I'm keeping this thing. It's my favorite thing in the whole world. I'm going to suppress it so it can always bother me. There's nothing in there. There's no glue in there. There's no super glue. There's no fly paper. There's not a single thing in there. It's totally empty, beautiful Shakti. But you couldn't handle things, and so you pushed that energy away. It got stored inside, and now it's determining your entire life, what you want and what you don't want. Therefore, if you're the only doer in there, you can be happy in there. You can be filled with love. You can be filled with inspiration. You can be filled with joy, because you're the only one in there. So why do you need something outside for you to feel something inside? There, I've challenged you. Why do you need something outside to feel something inside when you're the only one in there feeling anything? Okay? So that is when it all merges together. When you sit there and say, this is my life. It's not my mother, not my father, not my kids. I'm in here. I'm a conscious being. This is my life. I want to be happy. Then be happy. No, she said something I didn't like. You mean to tell me there's 8.3 billion people on the planet Earth right now. One of them uttered a word that you decided, I'm not going to be happy because you said that. Why did you do that? Not why did they do that. Why did you do that? Oh boy, I'm being tough today. Why did you say that some noise that came out of somebody's mouth? I used to talk to you that way, right? What if they said it in Chinese and you didn't speak the language? Would it bother you? No. They said the exact same thing. You did this. They did something. It came in and you decided, I'm not going to be happy because you said that. Here's this. If you leave me, I'm guarantee you, I will suffer for the rest of my life. I will never be okay. It will be your responsibility that I'm miserable forever. Oh, Mazel Tov, that's just wonderful. What are you doing? You're messing up your insides. And your insides belong to you and only you, and you have the right to have them be any way you want. So if somebody says something to you, and you sit there and you see it, and it doesn't feel terribly good, and you laugh. Well, that really hurt. Thanks. Who's better off? I'll never talk to you again. I hate you. You said that. Nobody never like me would ever say something like that. I'm miserable because of that. Yeah, I'm going to tell everybody what you said. I'm telling everybody. I'm suing you. All right? That's defamation of character. Okay, there's that person. Now somebody else. I can't believe you said that. That really hurt. Thanks. Who's better off? Who gets to decide? You do. It's okay if we talk like this? This is when it all merges. This is when you don't make a mess of your life, then you have to go meditate. Meditation is wonderful. I'm not talking against it. You are causing all the problems that exist because you decided to. Somebody died. Let's get serious. People always say I talk about simple things. Cars driving in front of you or being hot out. All right, somebody dies. Somebody you love dies. That's an outer event. It comes in. You don't deny it. Not making believe they didn't die. You don't deny it. When it comes in, it causes the heart to feel loss. Okay? You have a choice. I lost the most important person in my entire life. I'll never be happy again. So what happens when somebody like that dies and you feel that? You get to feel a heart expressing itself. It's like music. It's saying, I love you. That's what it's saying. If you didn't love them, it wouldn't feel like that. So you fully and totally honor and respect the fact that the heart is feeling that way. It's a very natural feeling. If somebody hits you in the hand, it hurts. If energy was flowing through your heart and you lost something that was helping it flow, which that happens, okay, then basically the heart feels some loss. What do you do about it? You appreciate it. You say, this is beautiful. It's a beautiful experience. Do you understand that? What is pain? Pain from the body, physical pain, is your body telling you something's wrong. Stomach ache, headache, this, that, the other thing. Toe gets hurt. The body tells you. What do you mean the body tells you? You're back in here. Way back in here. Gandhi went through an appendectomy without anesthetic while he talked to his disciples. So he was able to stay back in here and not get affected by the fact that the body was, hello, somebody's cutting me. You are in here. You're not your body. Therefore, your body has to talk to you. And it does so through pain. It does through different things. It communicates to you. And you're back in here experiencing it. It's the same thing with emotional pain. It is your heart telling you something's not balanced. I don't feel right. Well, you feel compassion. You feel love. You love the fact that your heart is expressing itself. You love the sense of loss. You accept everything in life as a beautiful experience. I'll tell you what. If you never had someone you love really a lot die, you missed a very important experience in life. You missed an experience that somebody else had. Somebody had a totally close person and they died and they went through so much sadness and their heart opened and they learned to deal with this, etc., etc. Well, you didn't get to have it. So you start looking at life that way. And you start saying, I'm in here and these experiences are happening and that's okay. I can handle it. I can enjoy it. I can appreciate it. I can respect it. I can honor it. I can say thank you to everything. Then you can stay happy. How can I be happy when someone died? Because the heart goes through what it needs to go through. The humanness goes through what it goes through. But you're in here, and you look at it like you would a child. Here, you got a 12-year-old boy or girl that their first date didn't work out or something like that, right? Somebody dumped them, okay? And it's like, I'll never be happy. And you feel such compassion for the little thing. You poor little thing, don't worry, there'll be much more. You ain't seen nothing yet, kid. Don't say that, okay? But it's like dealing with a child, right? So you're human as a child. Your human doesn't know anything. But you're a great being inside. And so you get to appreciate and honor and respect if you want to. But you have to work to get to that point. Because the default is you're down here. The default is every single thing bothers you. Do you understand that every single thing bothers you? If somebody tells you I love you and it didn't feel as sincere as last time, you worry. If somebody's dancing a little too close with somebody else, if somebody's talking to somebody on the phone, you don't understand why they're talking so long. Come on, how sensitive are you? It's ridiculous. How can you possibly be happy? You're making yourself unhappy over everything. And so a wise person looks and says as follows. I always do this with you. What's the right attitude with life? I am sitting on a tiny planet. How about you? You sitting on a tiny planet right now? You know how small that planet is? 1.3 million Earths fit inside the sun. 1.3 million Earths fit inside the sun. And you care what's happening on the stupid planet? It's been here for 4.5 billion years. How long did it be here? 70, 80, 90? It's just nothing. It's just, wow. You need to do this with your mind. And you start to understand that I have this picture. It's a picture of a planet transiting a star. It's not our star, our planet, but proportionally it's the same. And the sun is this big burning object, the star, and this tiny little dot is transiting the star. That's what you are. That's what it is. And you're worrying about every little stupid thing that's going on. You have all these preferences and all this stuff that you think needs to happen to make you happy. Why doesn't that make you happy? I'm sitting on a tiny little dot spinning around a star. That's what that thing up there is, the hot one. That's a star. It's not the sun. It's a star. And you're orbiting, tiny, don't think orbiting, little dot, transiting that star. And that star is one of 300 billion in your galaxy. Why don't you think like that instead of thinking that things have to be the way I want to be happy? Why can't you be happy spinning around a star? It's kind of a neat thing to do. If somebody asks you, what'd you do today? A 360. I haven't seen you. What'd you do last year? A big 360. That's all you did. But you have your mind so far down, it's ridiculous. So of course you can't be happy. Because you've limited your happiness. Not that I'm on a planet spinning somewheres. Not that there's a star shining on me, giving me heat, right? But that he said that. She didn't say that. My hair didn't come out exactly the way I expected it to. Oh my God, I got a blemish. How can you be happy if you're going to live like that? And the answer is you can't, can you? Not the happy I'm talking about, the one I want you to have, that you wake up in the morning, I'm back! I wonder what's going to happen today. Couldn't care less. It's going to be fun. Whatever it is, it's going to be challenging, it's going to be fun, it's going to be everything. You can do that, can't you? What's stopping you from doing that? You're stopping you from doing that. Nothing else. So now you notice why I brought up renunciation. There's no renunciation. Life is unfolding. You're interacting with it. And you're having fun. You're filled with love. You're filled with joy. And what happens, see, spirituality, they tell you, well, when you're spiritual, it's all about service. I like when they define spirit. You shouldn't define spirituality. You know what spirituality is? What happens when you're no longer having an ego. When you're no longer about you, everything's spiritual. So basically you come down to, if you're filled with joy, there's no renouncing. You don't need anything. Do you know you have no needs? Physical needs, yes, fine. Not much though. Food, clothing, shelter. There are no psychological needs. There are no psychological needs. You're creating them by blocking yourself and limiting yourself and then saying, I need this to be happy. Oh, we're social animals. You need to get married. You need to have family. You need to be with people. It's not true. Yogis sit in the mountains and in the caves and go into ecstasy and samadhi. They're happier than you are, I guarantee you. You are a great being. You're free inside. Your consciousness is expansive. It expands through the whole universe. But you limit it to this silly little thing that you're staring at that has all these past impressions, and now you're lost. You're lost. And you can't be happy that way. You'll be conditionally happy. If the conditions are exactly what you want, but it will not last, and it's not often, as opposed to unconditionally happy. What am I talking about? How do you do that? You sit there and decide, I'm going to be happy. There's that chapter, everyone likes that chapter in the Enter the Soul. The path of unconditional happiness. Well, what is the path of unconditional happiness? I'm going to be happy. I don't understand. I'm going to be happy. You have no right to say that. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. The parents say, no, you can't be happy unless you're rich and taking care of me. I'm going to be happy. Unconditional happiness. I'm happy when it rains, happy when it doesn't rain. I'm happy when you're with me, I'm happy when you're not with me. I'm unconditionally happy. You just decide. If you want to be happy, do not make it conditional. That's the essence of what we've been talking about. You just sit there and say, I'm going to be happy. Why? Because I said so. Because I want to be. I want to be happy. Therefore, if you say something, let's get down to how you do this. If you say something and it starts to close me, you feel it? It starts to close me. In other words, give up my happiness. I'm going to stop being open. I'm going to stop being filled with joy. Stop being filled with love because you said that. So what do? You say, no, I don't think so. I don't think that anything you can say gets to take away my happiness. And you represent everybody and everything in every moment and all of weather. If you want to be happy, then be happy. So what do I do if somebody says something and it starts to close? Now you understand where the merger of your worldly life and your spiritual life come together. Somebody has just said something and you start to feel your heart flutter and start to close. Okay? You learn to let go. You learn to say, I am not going to let this bring me down. How? By suppressing it? No. If you suppress it, it will bring you down forever. By yelling and screaming and taking the energy that you put into me that I don't like and dumping it back on you? No. I think by now you've noticed that doesn't work very well. Okay? I'm going to give him a piece of my mind. Yeah, well, your mind is not very good, the piece you're giving him, if you're saying that. And you're going to get it back. Have you ever noticed you get it back? He was so wrong, I have every right to say something. You think they think that you have the right? Where do you see it comes back when you dump on somebody? It dumps right back and it stays. Years later, they remember what you said. So it's not about what they said, I can't handle it, I push it away. It's not about what they said, I'm going to make sure I don't say it again. It's about, I can handle it. I can handle it. Why? Because I said I want to. I want to handle it. If I can handle that you said that, you had a bad day, you came home, you didn't even say hello, when you walked in the house, you slammed the door, went in the bedroom, then I wanted to have a nice evening, I cooked a nice dinner, I got plans, so I can handle it. Why can I handle it? Because I want to. Because I want to stay in love. I want to stay happy. And therefore I have to handle that happened. Can I handle it? Of course I can handle it. If I decide to handle it, I can handle it. So now you get down to the real spiritual technique. That's where spirituality happens. That's where the rubber hits the road in your daily life. Now you have to meditate to be able to do this. I don't talk against meditation. But if you think meditation alone is going to get you there, you're wrong. Because you have to come out of meditation and go into that life, and you notice it doesn't work so good. I want to know why. I want to know why you come down when you go out and the phone starts ringing, people start talking to you, and you have to go to work. Why are you not in the same meditative, beautiful state that you were in? Just filled with love and filled with joy. Because you haven't learned what I'm talking to you about. Which is to say, I don't want to come down, and I'm not going to come down. That's it. And I have that right not to come down. And then what's going to happen is something's going to happen, and you're going to start to get pulled down. Isn't it? No, I'll rearrange my life so nothing happens. Good luck. So instead, you sit there and look at it and say, wait a minute, if I want to be happy, I have to not allow something to close me. How do you do that? The words I got to are, you let go. Now, what does that mean? I see that this is real where it happens. It's so easy to say, just let it go. What does that mean? It doesn't mean anything. It means there's an energy now. You are up. Now there's an energy in your heart, in your mind, that's pulling you down. It has like magnetism. It's powerful, isn't it? Come on, be honest. It's pulling you down into it. Usually it happens so fast, you're not even there. You come back. Ever get lost and come back? You lose it, you get angry, you get this, you get jealous, you get fear, you get lustful, whatever it is. energy comes and it pulls you down into it. Instead of you staying up while it passes through, every event in life is just an event that passes through. Like weather, it just comes and goes. People come and go. Everything comes and goes. It will pass through you, except you're not able. You're not capable. You haven't learned how to let things pass through you. So they pull you down. They pull you into them. And the next thing you know, you're acting out or suppressing or being scarred or whatever it is. And you're left with this stuff. So what do? Well, meditation helps. Okay? You just start to get a center. You're clear. I'm here. And I see I'm okay. And then it starts to not be okay. It sometimes doesn't happen all at once. It's just you start to feel weird. That's what I want. You start to feel a weird feeling when you're going to get upset. Okay, that's when you work with it. You start right there, and you sit there and you ask right away, not what do I do about this? Well, how can I stop this? No. Do I want to go down? You saw I almost cried. That's when you're ready. You don't ask, how do I stop this? What do I do about this? Why did he say that? How do I get him not to say it again? No. That's all. I have to manipulate the outside to make it the way I want. You just all of a sudden get the clarity of saying, is this worth going down over? Do I want to give up the love because he forgot the anniversary, or because of this, or because of that? Am I willing to give up the love to try and make it be the way I want so I can feel love? How about I don't give up the love? Instead of trying to make it be the way I want so I feel the love, I'm not willing to give up the love. Now you at least have a decent objective sitting inside. I'm not going down ever again. To which I say, you want to bet? But you work with it. That's what I'm always teaching you. When you want to play the piano, you don't start with Beethoven or Mozart. You do the scales. You practice. When you want to play tennis or a sport, you don't start playing against the masters. You get a ball thrower or a coach, and don't you practice to be good at a sport? Who doesn't practice to be good at a sport? If you want to be good at a sport, you practice. You want to be good at an instrument, you practice. Why won't you practice this? That's what I get it down to. Practice letting go. Practice not going down. Practice not closing. Practice, it's starting to get weird. I'm not going down. How? Breathe. You actually breathe it up. It's trying to pull you down. That's just energy that's stuck. It's blocked energy that's getting weird. It got hit. It's just stuff from the past. Literally, every single time it gets weird in there, it's because it hits something you stored. All right? There's something in there that it hit, and now it's getting weird. What hits you doesn't hit her. It's just different experiences get left inside of you. So now it gets hit. You feel it start to pull you down. Practice not going down. How? Push it away? No, that's what people think. I say, relax, just relax. And they think, what's pulling you down should relax. It's starting to pull you down. Make it relax. No. Anger does not know how to relax. Jealousy doesn't know how to relax. Lust doesn't know how to relax. It has its nature. You relax. You who's experiencing it are interacting with it. It's like a rope is tied to it and it's pulling you down. At your end, the end of consciousness, let go. Relax. If you're in a tug of war and you don't want to get dragged around, don't bother getting so strong that nobody can pull you around anywhere. Just let go of the stupid rope. Who said you have to hold on to the rope? That's the end. You work with it. That's what it means to let go. You who is starting to experience it, relax. Just relax. No, yes. It won't want to. Now, have you noticed it won't want to? It will not want to. It will try to make it stop happening so that it doesn't have to deal with it. Now I'm talking really serious. You're in there, aren't you? You do have these experiences, don't you? It will want you to fix what's wrong so you don't have to deal with it. Okay? Spirituality, true spirituality, is about fixing you so that you can deal with it. I'm going to repeat that. You want it to go away. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with it. Don't say that. Don't act like that. Don't do this. Don't tell me to do that job. Don't drive like this. Don't be hot. You hear me? Just make it go away because you can't deal with it. Spirituality is, I'm going to let go because I can deal with it. Now I don't have to worry about what happens because I can deal with it. So you're in there. You feel it start to happen. I'm telling you, you have the right to relax. And if you understand really where I'm talking deep to you today, right? You'll understand you don't want to. You will not want to relax. It is not a natural thing to do. It's sort of like your kids never swam before, and you put them in the water. Oh, he's flashing around. Just relax. He won't. He can't. He's scared. Just float on your back. No, I can't. I won't. That's what you're like in there. You don't want to have this experience. Now, I'm not talking about big experiences. I'm talking about every little tiny experience throughout your life. You resist everything. I don't want it to rain when I have to get out of the car. I want it to rain when I don't want to have to go to work. You just got all this stuff that you're trying to make it be the way you want, so you don't have to deal with it. By the way, that's what you want. That which, if it happens, I'm fine. I don't have to deal with it. Well, how about you learn how to deal with it instead of having to not deal with it? If you learn to deal with it, it's never a problem ever again. If you're in there, and when you don't want to let go, you let go, and I'm telling you, you will not want to let go. That's why I say start with the little stuff. Start with the fact that the sun is hot. Start with the fact that the driver in front of you didn't use their blinker. Just start with simple little things and see if you can handle that. You will get to the point where you understand this act of letting go is how you stay happy all the time. Because you're not making things happen that make you happy. You're letting go of the things that take away your happiness. Oh, did you hear the difference? You're naturally happy, but you're bringing yourself down over everything. If you let go and learn to handle things, you're going to find out you're filled with joy. They write me all the time, all over the world. Oh my God, I've been letting go. I'm so happy. My marriage was falling apart. Now we're getting along. Of course you are. You're not out there trying to make it be the way you think you need it to be for you to be happy. Instead, you're letting go and handling things and being happy. And then everyone wants to be around you. Don't worry about it. So this act of letting go is something that happens way deep inside. You're the consciousness, you're witness, you're aware. You start to see the energy that would have pulled you down. And I'm trying to get the words out right. Your instinctual reaction is make it go away. I don't want to have this experience. I don't want it to be hot out. I don't want you to use your brakes the way you do. You don't drive right. Constantly. I don't want to catch every red light on the way to town. So you're making yourself not happy, even with these stupid little things. So what do? The part of me that would have pulled me down, you just relax when it starts. You let go of the rope. It doesn't have to change. You changed. You stayed up here. It doesn't have to go away. You just have to stop going down to it. It's fine, okay. It doesn't feel good. So what? I can handle it. I can handle a little pain. I can handle a little disappointment. I can handle a little somebody didn't say what I wanted to say or say what I didn't want them to say. Therefore, it can't pull me down into it. So now I said I choose happiness over the garbage. That's what you're doing. And you do it every time. And at first, it's very unnatural. People write me, I'm not the doormat. I want people walking all over me. You're walking all over yourself. You're ruining yourself. Do you understand that? I'll tell you what. If I can be in ecstasy, step all over me. I'll just lie right down. I couldn't care. Because the only thing you're trying to do is be happy anyways. That's why you want people to treat you a certain way. That's why you want to be accepted. That's why you want to be famous. That's why you want to be rich. Every single thing you're doing is you want to be happy. I'll give away my natural happiness in order to have this conditional happiness to fight to try to get. Did I get it right now? You are ecstatic inside. It's beautiful in there. But you're looking down and participating in that limited stuff. So when it happens, you start practicing what I call letting go. You're in there. You see it. Am I willing to go down because of this? That's a good mantra. Am I willing to go down because of this? And you start waking up and realize, no, I am not willing to go down because of this. What do? Well, now you're going to start to struggle. Don't struggle. Relax. Relaxation is the opposite of struggle. Relaxation is the opposite of tension. In order to struggle, you have to be tense. You have to tighten your muscles. Instead, let go. Now, your mind is going to tell you, oh, but then they'll do it again. Just shh. Give them a little kiss in the head and sit there and say, I don't care how many times they do if I get to stay in ecstasy. Why do you care? I've tried to paint that picture. I can't do it properly. You're on this tiny little ball. I don't know why that works for me. Anytime anything starts to do anything, I just look at that star with that little thing floating around there, and I try to tell you, even that is not enough. It's not true that there's this giant ball of fire and this little ball going across. Where's the next ball of fire? It's not the only one. 4.2 light years away. The next star. What does that mean? I told you. Catch a light beam. Hold it above the earth. Got it? Let it go for 1 second. It circumnavigated the globe 7.5 times. That's the speed of light. Is that fast enough for you? Now go that speed every second for 4.2 years, and you'll get to the next star. And there's hundreds of billions of them in your galaxy. How meaningless is this garbage that you're letting bother you? You're the highest species on the planet. And this is what you're doing with your mind? Letting every single thing in the whole world bother you when it's completely meaningless? If the Earth ceased to exist, a couple of planets would change their orbit. Nothing else would even know it happened. And you're doing this. So you just decide, no, I'm not. Not anymore. That's why I take this time to talk to you. I'm not going to do that anymore. If I have but a handful of years on this little planet in the middle of nowhere, it's going to be really nice. Who said so? Me. I said so. That's spirituality. You said you wanted to be happy. You said you wanted to feel love. Let's see. Because I just told you how to do it. Stop closing. Stop being so picky. I'm so picky. I can only be happy if she says something nice to me. Only be happy if he does this. I'll only be happy if when I go on the date, he opens the door for me. If that guy tries to open that door for me, that I can open my own damn door, what's the matter with him? How does anybody know how to treat you? Nobody knows anything. Leave them alone. Just be happy. If he opens the door, say thank you. If he doesn't open the door, say thank you. What do you care? You understand that? You have to stop doing this. You have to stop making yourself miserable and then trying to make things happen outside that might make you less miserable. Now do you see that spirituality and your worldly life are exactly the same? Every moment of your life you have the opportunity to do something spiritual. Let go. And that is the only spiritual thing there is to do. When you are done, let's finish that. When you are done, and I'm not totally done. Done is for the masters. But you will grow every day. I'm telling you, if you do this, every day of your life, you do your best to let go of the stuff. No, not the stuff that's closing you. The stuff you're closing yourself about. See the difference? It's all attitude. I told you Oprah's favorite line in the new book was, the moment in front of you is not bothering you. You're bothering yourself about the moment in front of you. Okay? Stop it. And what's going to happen, then you'll grow and you'll get happier. You know what happens when you're happy? You don't have any needs. Psychological needs. Because I said, well, the need you had was to be happy. And you made it conditionally. You need a car. You need this. I need people to respect. I need people to respect me, right? They should respect me, right? They should like me. Some people should love me, too. I definitely need somebody to love me. You just got all this stuff. Instead, now you're happy. So what happens? You come into the world and you don't have needs. You have to try not suppressing. You're not suppressing. That's not what you do with your needs, suppress them. You don't have them because you're fulfilled. That's what it means to be fulfilled. That's a spiritual state of complete contentment, a complete fulfillment. So what do? You come into the world and you will see that there are things that are coming before you that you can help with. Why would you not? You don't need anything. Now you look to see how they can help you. How people can help you, how this can help you, how jobs can help, money can help. Everything's about what's going to make me feel better. What if you feel wonderful? Then all of a sudden the only thing left to do is serve. It's not something you make yourself do. It's not something you renounce. Do you see no renunciation? As I said to start with, right? That doesn't mean you do whatever you want. It means there's no wants. I'm not renouncing anything. I'm already filled with love. Now I can serve. I can come into this world and help people and help situations. I told you, the highest life you can live is that every moment that passes before you is better off because it did. You brought a blessing to every moment. You smiled. You said something nice. You handled what they said without getting upset. You bring love and joy into the world every moment of every second. But you can't do that when you have needs. Then you're trying to take from people. All right, we had a deep talk. I want to ask you a question. Do you get this letting go thing? Do you understand that it's trying to pull you down? You don't have to go. But you don't have to push it away. You don't have to fight with it. You just let go. You say, okay, fine. It's hot out. I like it. Fine. You said something nasty. I love it. You're not there now, are you? Practice. Practice. It's the greatest sport you could possibly have. Win this sport. All right. Work on these things. Jagradev.